final boarding call for Duval Air Flight 005. This is the Cosmoliner shuttle service between Zal and Duval. All passengers should now be boarded. The Cosmoliner shuttle will be departing in 4 minutes from platform 8 and 9. The next service from Zal to Duval will depart at 1500 hours. Once again, this is the final boarding call for shuttle service flight 005. All passengers should now be boarded.
Wait a minute. I might have known your boss would try something like this.
You don't get it, do you?
Get this!
Oh my God!
Daddy!
Chief, we're only a half hour late.
Yeah, half an hour is pretty good for us.
Frankly, I'm only disappointed that you showed up at all. Of all the agents in the 3WA, why did the central computer stick me with you two? What have I done to deserve this?
I'm no expert, but maybe the computer figured we were the best agents for the job.
There are hundreds of agents who'd be better. Don't flatter yourselves. Let's just get on with it, shall we? Here.
The planet Duval. That's a republic in the Leo system, isn't it?
Bravo.
Big deal. I knew that.
6 solar days ago, a Cosmoliner commuter shuttle owned and operated by Duval Air exploded mysteriously while engaged in shuttle service between the planets Zal, Doltz, and Duval itself. As you can see, this is basically a milk run, nothing tricky about it. They fly dozens of these shuttles every day among the 3 planets.
Whereabouts on its run did the shuttle blow up?
Just as it was beginning its final warp into Duval airspace.
What about the passengers? Any survivors?
None. In fact, not a single body was recovered by the rescue team. And here's the strangest part. Duval Air immediately filed a claim with their insurance company for the loss of their shuttle. But so far, no one's filed a claim for any of the lost passengers.
That's pretty weird.
So weird, in fact, that the 3WA has been requested to help the insurance company in its investigation of the matter.
Just how many passengers did the shuttle have on board when it exploded?
Records indicate almost 300.
300 passengers? And not a single claim? I'd call that very odd.
A mind like a steel trap.
What's even more bizarre, there haven't even been any inquiries from the surviving relatives.
I know I'm going out on a limb here, but Yuri's right, it's very odd.
United Galactica has decided to honor the insurance company's request for help.
Well, I'm not surprised that the central computer has determined that this is a case worthy of an investigation. 300 people don't just get vaporized in space without somebody demanding a full accounting of what happened.
Right. Well, that's the first part of your assignment.
The first part?
What, there's more?
Yes, but why the computer thinks you two can handle it, I don't know. We've had another request for assistance concerning a brilliant scientist named Dornenstern who disappeared with his wife and daughter. It came in at the same time as the Duval Air case, and it's red-flagged urgent.
Who filed the request on this one?
A fellow named Dietrich, the father-in-law of the missing man. What difference does it make?
Sounds like a job for the local police, not us.
I couldn't agree more. Frankly, I don't know why you two were chosen for either of these cases. It hates me. It really hates me. The central computer hates me. 2 weeks from my vacation and I get stuck with this.
So we're supposed to do both jobs at once?
Ooh, this sounds like bonus time to me, Yuri.
If I have any say, the only bonus you'll get is permanent assignment to the steno pool. Now get out! Get out of here before I really get angry!
Catch you later,
Leave
Chief.
it to us, you won't be sorry.
I'm all right. I'm in control. I'm...
That brilliant scientist Dornenstern had been living on Zal for some time.
The planet Zal is a colony of dolls, right?
It was at one time, but it's now a fully independent planetary republic, though still maintaining strong economic and political ties with the home planet.
Sorry I asked.
Dornenstern was brought to Zal to work on a top-secret liquid igniite project.
Liquid what?
Igniite, one of the most heat-resistant minerals known in the galaxy.
Fascinating, but how does this all tie in with our mysterious explosion? There must be a reason the central computer put these two cases together, don't you think?
It's obvious. Both of those planets were on the flight path of the shuttle that exploded. And, what's more, the two have recently been having some pretty serious territorial disputes.
You think it's war?
No, it hasn't gone that far yet, but it could be an act of terrorism.
Terrorism, space pirates, a defective warp generator. Could be a lot of things, Yuri.
Well, where do you suggest we start, Kay?
Since our mysterious Flight 005 originated from Dubal, that seems as good a place as any to begin.
Fine.
Besides, it's got a pretty wild club scene.
Violating a secured perimeter. We demand you withdraw your ship at once. We are currently conducting an investigation in this sector.
Yeah, we know all about it. In fact, that's precisely why we're here. So lighten up, sweetheart. Help is on the way.
Is that so? Aren't we lucky? But seriously, change your heading and withdraw, or you will be forced to do so.
Hold your horses there, Junior. We're 3WA. Haven't you heard of us? We're the Lovely Angels.
Lovely angel, huh? What? You're the dirty pair!
Oh, greetings, ladies. I have to say, you're not quite what I expected the dirty pair to look like.
What were you expecting?
Well, I hope you're not disappointed.
Knock it off.
Bitch.
Sorry for the rude welcome, but we weren't aware the 3WA was involved on this case.
Any idea what caused the explosion?
No, none as of yet. If it was some kind of technical malfunction, it'll show up on the ship's flight recorder. I've got a search party looking for it. Of course, there's always the possibility this was no accident.
Have you found any passengers?
They were completely obliterated. I have some biospecialists trying to retrieve flesh samples from the wreckage. Hopefully, we'll be able to come up with a DNA profile for at least some of the passengers. As you can see, we don't have a lot to go on.
The weirdest part of this whole thing is the passengers. First, no survivors file an insurance claim on any of them.
And then all the bodies disappear without a trace? This does begin to look suspicious.
No kidding, you really think so? Suspicious is the understatement of the year. We've wasted enough time. Let's go right to the source and see what the folks at Dubal Air have to say.
Yes, it's just as we said. When Shuttle Flight 005 took off, there was a full complement of passengers on board.
How many crew members?
10. That's the standard crew for 300 passengers.
We'd like to take a look at the passenger list.
Well,
Is that a problem?
there isn't one.
What?
The normal procedure is for the local computers at each shuttle dock to generate a list of passengers immediately prior to departure, and then transmit that list electronically to our central network computer here on Dubal. But that didn't happen in the case of Flight 005. Somehow we failed to receive a passenger list from either Doles or Zal. It's all highly irregular. we're looking into it, of course.
Smells pretty fishy to me.
It was probably a system failure. It happens from time to time.
Without the list, how do you expect to verify anything?
Because after the explosion, we contacted our representatives on both Doles and Zoll and got a tally of the total number of passengers booked at each dock. 290 from Doles and 2 from Zoll.
What? Only 2 got on board from Zoll?
That seems strange.
Come in, Zoll Traffic Control. Requesting permission to dock at Spaceport Pirato. Over.
Roger, incoming. This is Control Central. Please transmit
Just the
your
way
ship
you
code
like 'em,
identification.
Kay.
We'll verify
Blonde and
and get you
blue-eyed.
docking clearance
Whoa.
as soon as possible.
Nice. Pleased to meet ya. Love that hat of yours. Friends call me Kay. Her name's Yuri, and our ship's registry is the Lovely Angel.
Yeah! The dirty pair!
What was that you said?
Your code is verified and you're cleared for docking. Over and out.
Creep.
Go right in. They're expecting you.
Nice hat.
See ya.
Excuse me, you must be Kay and Yuri. Welcome to Zoll. My name's Danny, liaison officer with Transport Security. I've been assigned to show you ladies around the place and provide any assistance you may need in your investigation.
He's a
Whatever
lot
you
better than
need,
Blondie.
don't
And he's
hesitate
not
to
wearing one of
ask.
those stupid beanies. It's a pleasure to meet you. When do you get off
Oh, don't mind her. How did you recognize us anyway?
Oh, it was...
Hey, I'm really sorry I've got to adjourn the meeting of the Laughing Hyena Club, but do you think maybe we could get to work?
Oh, yes, of course, right this way. This is the computer booking station. Anyone booking a seat on Flight 005 would have used one of these terminals.
Greetings. Thank you for choosing Du Bel Air's Cosmoliner service. Will you be traveling with a pet?
No.
Have you any food allergies that we should be aware of?
Look, all I want to know is what flights you have leaving this afternoon for the ball.
Certainly, sir. Just a moment, please. Plenty of seats available, sir. Shall I confirm your reservation now?
Maybe later. Thanks for now.
Not at all, sir. Thank you for considering flying with Du Bel Air.
Well, guys, it's not the most sophisticated emulation software I've ever seen, but it seems to be working all right.
It is at the moment. But somebody gained access to the system's memory card and erased the names of the 2 passengers who boarded the shuttle here on Zoll.
Oh, great.
Here we go again.
How were you able to figure out that the names had been erased?
Give me a break. We're not complete idiots. We were able to find their names from the credit system they used to pay for their tickets. Howard Ryan and Edward Lee Kovacs. Both one-way tickets.
Howard Ryan and Edward Lee Kovacs?
Of course they're phony.
What?
A phony address, too. Turned out to be nothing more than an old abandoned lab.
Any idea who the lab belonged to?
The government.
What kind of research had been going on there?
Liquid ignite, as I recall. They were trying to develop a heat-resistant polymer or something, but their funding dried up. There was a big stink about how much money they were spending. The government finally shut the place down.
Where is this place?
The laboratory?
No, you're not going anywhere, Moogie. hate places like this.
Fine, Yuri. You stay out here and keep a lookout, okay?
No way! You're not getting rid of me that easy! Wait up!
This liquid ignite or whatever it is keeps popping up wherever we go.
That's igniite. You think this lab is connected with our missing friend Dornenstern?
I don't know. I just wish once we'd have a case that involved names I could pronounce.
It can't be just coincidence. I bet this phony address wasn't phony after all.
Listen to me. Get out of there at once. A bomb has been set to go off any second.
Is this a joke?
Kay!
Maybe it isn't a joke. Yuri! Oh my, where are you? Yuri! Yuri! Here's to you, Yuri. Here's to you, partner. It was my fault. She never wanted to go into that lab.
Stop it, Kay.
Hey,
Stop it. I know that you're upset. It's natural, but this doesn't solve anything.
Thanks, but save the sermons for church. We're in a bar, or have you forgotten?
I don't want any.
Fine, I'll drink by myself.
Stop it.
She was the best friend I ever had. And I killed her. That's me all over. Bartender, another one here?
There you go. No, you don't.
Hey, where do you get
I
off?
think you've had enough.
Who are you, my father? Hey! Oh my God, Danny!
Do you know how hard it is for me to keep tabs on you? You might at least thank me for saving your life.
That was Danny.
Danny?
The drink was meant for me. Yuri, why couldn't you have come sooner?
The 3WA would like to see any evidence you find. That is, if you don't mind.
We're at your disposal, ma'am.
Sure you're all right?
Yeah, so now what?
Here's the gun.
That's a start. I think I'll check this out on my own. A Robin Cocker thermal load mini MPK. Quite a hefty piece of machinery. Not something you just pick up at the corner gun shop. In fact, the only folks that pack them are you guys. Commander, how come the guy who tried to pop us was using a weapon that's standard issue for Zal's security forces?
You can't seriously believe we had anything to do with this. It's obvious to me the murderer stole the weapon.
Your government's involved somehow. I advise that you come clean. You really don't want to get on the 3WA's bad side. Take it from me.
That's totally absurd. It would be suicidal madness for a planet the size of Zal to take on the 3WA. What could we possibly hope to gain by that? Dornenstern, the man you're looking for, was brought here by order of the Zal government to conduct some research experiments. However...
We know that. He was working at that abandoned lab, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. That's no secret. And when he suddenly vanished, the research was discontinued and the facility shut down.
You pull the plug just because one man disappears? Come on.
That's all I can say. But trust me, this whole line of questioning is immaterial to your investigation.
Well, now, if that's the case, we should open a new investigation of you.
Are you attempting to intimidate a government official?
You bet your sweet asteroid I am. Now talk, Commander.
It's Doles.
Doles?
Yes. They always seem to forget that Zal is no longer a colony of theirs.
We heard there was trouble between your two planets.
Sounds to me like you're trying to find a scapegoat. You really believe that Doles is behind this?
Yes. You don't know our position. We're totally at their mercy. 60% of Zal's economy depends on their investments. And they threaten to pull out every time we do something they don't agree with. If they ever found out we'd built a laboratory to process liquid ignite, they'd immediately sever diplomatic relations and bring our economy to a screaming halt.
So when Dornenstern's mysterious disappearance threatened to expose the whole project, you shut the lab down before anybody on Doles could find out about it.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, your missing scientist must have been one of those who got on Flight 005 using an assumed name.
You knew about that?
Yes. I'll lay odds you knew about it as well, and I bet it made you pretty angry when you found out he was trying to give you the slip. After all, you'd invested a lot of money in this guy.
And so to keep his knowledge from falling into someone else's hands and to teach him a lesson he'd never forget, you blew Flight 005 out of the sky, didn't you, Commander?
No! That's a monstrous lie. If we had known about it, we simply would have arrested him before he got on board the shuttle. Do you really believe we'd murder 300 passengers?
Come on, don't tell me you're not above a little murder now and then. Remember, one of your goons popped Danny and came close to doing the same to us.
No. Whoever he wasn't one of ours. I swear, I'm telling you the truth. I said it before. We'd be mad to take on the 3WA, not to mention all of United Galactica. I've told you all I know. You're barking up the wrong tree.
This came for you.
Who's it from?
I am afraid I don't know, ma'am.
What is it?
You should have known they'd have us bugged. Aren't you gonna open it, Kay?
Me? How come I got chosen?
You know what a big scaredy cat I can be.
Oh, and I'm not supposed to be scared at all.
You're the biggest, bravest of all.
Oh, cut it out. You're making me sick.
What do you know? It seems all right. I suppose you can go ahead and open it then. I'll be right behind you.
Dietrich!
Huh?
This letter is to us from someone named Dietrich.
Isn't that Dornenstern's father-in-law the man who filed the missing person report in the first place?
You bet it is.
What on earth is that?
According to this, it's a sample of liquid ignite.
It's all starting to make sense now.
Yuri!
I'm not gonna spill it.
This is a lot more than some heat-resistant polymer we're dealing with here.
It is?
My German's a little rusty, but I think I get the gist of it. In its crystal form, ignite can survive high temperatures with its molecular structure intact. However, once liquefied, those properties increase exponentially and it becomes a superconductor, able to distribute up to 750,000 degrees Celsius and do it in an area less than 1/10 what's required by a typical protonuclear type reactor. Know what this means? Huh?
Your German's great.
Come on, Yuri. It's the first step toward achieving the dream of microphysics. Pretty soon they'll be able to build an entire protonuclear reactor the size of a waffle iron.
Well, everyone knows that.
This is hot. No wonder everybody wants it. There's not a government in the galaxy that wouldn't kill to get their paws on this information.
What is it?
So why not give them what they want?
Huh?
Get this, Yuri, these findings are incredible. According to this, our man Dornenstern has invented a way to liquefy ignite. Then by demagnetizing it and subjecting it to temperatures of 750,000 degrees Celsius, he's come up with, guess what?
What, Kay?
Here, it's all written in this letter. Take a look.
Incredible. Let's inform headquarters at once. Well, you think it'll work?
Our performance ought to keep them running in circles for a while, at least long enough for us to find out who they are.
I suppose the Dietrich who sent us that letter must be the same Dietrich who filed the case.
Sure it is. For some reason, he's trying to help us out, but he doesn't feel safe enough to show himself. It's the kind of case we can sink our teeth into, just the way I like it.
The more we find out about this case, the more complicated it gets. Know what I mean? Not so fast, Kay! Kay!
What is this guy think he's doing?
Roadhog!
That's it!
Hit the gas!
Dirty run!
Looks like we're in a lot of trouble!
Moogie, we need backup.
Before we let you go, how about telling us who's behind all of this?
Are you crazy? What are you doing?
Kinda scary, isn't it? Oh, pardon me.
Huh?
It figures. Who sent you?
We know the answer to that by this mini MPK he's carrying. This guy's another government goon. I'm getting tired of these guys trying to whack us every time we turn around.
All right, last chance. Tell us what this is all about and we'll save your hide. Speak up, we don't have all day.
So long, then.
It's the DIA, Adult Intelligence Agency!
We might have known.
You're off to a good start. Now we want names, details, everything behind this little plot. Come clean with us and we'll guarantee your protection.
How about we start at the beginning and take it from there? We've got some egghead scientist named Dornenstern who's living happily on the planet Doles, playing around with this liquid igniite stuff in his laboratory. One day, the government of Zal invites him to their planet to continue his work. During his research, he discovers he's got more than just a clever little heat-resistant polymer here. He's got a scientific breakthrough of galactic importance.
And Doles finds out about it, and so they send a spy to keep an eye on him, maybe even bring him back.
The spy might have been the other person who boarded that shuttle under a phony name. So now we've got Dornenstern and the spy on the shuttle, but I still can't figure out why he'd go off with the DIA. He must have known they were up to no good, unless, of course, they'd brought along his wife and daughter. That might explain why he couldn't refuse.
They were probably already on Flight 005 when he got on board at Zal.
Then the whole thing went up in smoke, right after warping into Dubal airspace, leaving us with the question, who did it and why? But if Doles was trying to gain possession of this stuff, why would they kill the only man who knew how to make it?
Exactly. It doesn't make sense.
No, what Doles would want to do is get Dornenstern and his research safely into their own hands, while at the same time convincing Zal and the rest of the galaxy that he was dead and that the secret of liquid igniite had died with him.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it works.
Thought I'd better relay this report that just came into us from Dubal. Seems one of their search parties has recovered the shuttle's flight recorder.
So what did they find out?
Somewhere prior to entering Dubal airspace, Flight 005 performed an unauthorized warp maneuver and followed an unknown trajectory for 15 minutes. It then warped back onto its scheduled flight path for its approach to Dubal.
I knew it! That's 15 minutes unaccounted for. Plenty of time to drop Dornenstern off somewhere along the line.
After they've got him safe and sound, they take the shuttle back up and explode it by remote.
Wrong. If you'd allow me to finish, ladies, along with the flight recorder, they were also able to recover some minute flesh samples from among the debris. There wasn't much to work with, but their bioforensics lab managed to isolate the DNA in one of the samples. By comparing it with the medical records at Dubal's Ministry of Health, they were able to identify it as belonging to our missing scientist.
Not Dornenstern.
You got it.
Anything else?
No, that's all for now.
So that's it then? He's dead after all?
And the explosion was an accident?
In a pig's eye it was! If it was an accident, how come that goon tried to ice us? Why'd he kill Danny? How come not one insurance claim has been filed for the 300 people on that flight?
So it looks like we're right back where we started.
We've got email. Dear Kay and Yuri, welcome to Doles. I've been expecting you. Alpha Ipsilon number 1536. Come quick.
Well, don't tell me it's from Dietrich. Not a very warm invitation.
Hey, at least we got somewhere to go on a Saturday night.
Dietrich?
You're alone?
Yes, my partner had some business to take care of. What's the meaning of this? You're not Dietrich. You're with the DIA.
Listen very closely. We're willing to cut a deal.
A deal?
Pay attention. You're right, I'm not Dietrich. I work for the Doles Intelligence Agency.
I know all about you people. You're the ones who murdered Danny.
No, there you're mistaken. The ones responsible for that are a part of this organization, but we have nothing to do with them.
What a joke.
It's not something we're proud of. The DIA has been infiltrated. Some of its agents corrupted. A powerful criminal network has gained control of some elements of the agency, using its resources for its own evil ends. But if we let you report back on this to your superiors, United Galactica will step in and take over. The reputation of the DIA will be tarnished forever. That brings us to the deal we want to make.
Yeah, but if you're as clean as you say you are, then you don't have anything to worry about. United Galactica will take that into consideration.
Don't give me that. We know how you people work. You'll tear the agency apart. It'll never be the same. It's our mess. We'll clean it up our way.
All right, so say I play along and keep quiet. What then?
In return for your keeping quiet, we'll hand over to you a criminal whose capture could just make your career.
So who are we talking about?
One of Lucifer's top agents?
Lucifer's involved?
You bet they are. They're pulling the strings. Lucifer's the criminal network I mentioned, the one that's infiltrated the DIA. When they found out about Dornenstern's breakthrough with liquid ignite, they naturally wanted it for themselves. So they sent one of their most experienced agents to Zal to kidnap him. We know who this man is and where he can be found, and we're willing to hand him over. The 3WA's been after Lucifer for years. Nabbing one of their top echelon operatives would look pretty good on your record, wouldn't it?
And in return, I keep my mouth shut. What about the 300 people who died in the explosion? I suppose we just forget about them.
You mean the passengers? They never existed.
They what?
Not one passenger ever got on board Flight 005. It was all an elaborate charade engineered by Lucifer's agents in the DIA. They reserved every seat on that shuttle under assumed names, then erased the passenger list from the airline computers so the reservations couldn't be traced.
That doesn't explain what happened to Dornenstern and his family. They were on board that flight, weren't they?
Accept the offer I've proposed, and you'll be told everything you want to know.
And if I don't accept?
You'll be dead.
You don't think for a minute you can pull this off?
I don't know. It seems highly unlikely, but that's of little consequence. When set beside the honor and integrity of the agency, our lives are unimportant. So what'll it be?
I'd love to stay and chat, but I think my ride's here.
Huh?
Hey, fire! You all right, Yuri? Get me out of this thing right now!
Sorry, kid. I'll get you out of it just as soon as I can.
No.
After them. Don't let them get out of here alive.
Put me down! I'm getting sick to my stomach!
Look, you're just gonna have to hold it, okay? Coming through!
Any survivors?
Well, so far, we're moving up to the higher floors.
Roger.
I think we have the fire under control, sir, but so far no more survivors on the upper floors. Keep looking.
Found a couple more passed out from the smoke. I'm taking them to the ambulance. Good work. All right, let's go, let's go. We've got to contain that fire before it spreads to other floors. I don't care what it takes. Get it out.
That bunch of thugs, they've had my place under surveillance for days now.
So they left that message for us.
That's right.
It's good to meet you, Dietrich, if you are Dietrich.
You were hoping for someone younger, maybe, and better looking? There was no way to meet you before now. They were always on my tail.
How'd you ever get assigned to that firefighting team?
Well, I've got some pull. I used to be part of the DIA myself.
Is there anyone on this planet who wasn't?
You got my letter and the bag of ignite?
Yeah, we got it.
They've been shipping tons of that stuff to a chemical research plant run by Dole's military command.
The military?
Here they come.
What the heck are these two doing out here? Something's not right.
You think they're alive or what?
Hurry up before they come around!
You remember seeing a couple of girls out here?
No. What are you talking about? Come on, we're late.
But, okay.
Watch it!
What?
Got it!
Wait, that's it.
Hey, that's Dornenstern.
He's not dead after all.
Of course not. I knew that he wasn't.
Yes, but what about his wife and daughter?
Keep looking. I bet they're here somewhere.
Lila, Lori.
They're being held in security. Level 4, Block 7. What are you looking for, Kay?
Where they keep their weapons. That's all we need.
Hey, what is that thing?
A pneumatic loading arm.
Wow, that's quite a machine.
It could come in handy.
Dr. Dornenstern. I'm an agent of the 3WA. We've come to get you out of here, so just follow me and everything will be all right.
Impossible. They're holding my wife and daughter.
We know where they are. Your father-in-law's getting them.
Dietrich?
When we heard they found traces of your DNA on the wreckage of that shuttle, we were sure you were dead. What happened?
They took a blood sample and cloned my DNA.
Lucifer thinks of everything.
Lucifer?
Let's go.
Wait. Those idiots gave me another faulty terminal rod. Are they blind? I guess if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Don't try anything funny, Doctor. I've got my eye on you.
Lila, you're safe.
Oh, Father.
Lori, come here, honey. It's gonna be all right.
Come on, we've got company.
General Garcia, intruders in security block. They freed the hostages.
They what? Sound the alert, you fool! What are you waiting for? Seal off that sector!
Systems are down.
The devil! I'll do it myself. Attention, we have an intruder alert. Repeat, this is an intruder alert. Secure Dr. Dornenstern and proceed at once to level 4.
Moogie, bring the lovely angel into range and lock onto the signal from my responder. That signal is your target, and try to hit it this time.
Are you blind, man? We're under attack. Why aren't our defenses up?
Like I said, sir, none of our systems are responding.
Damn.
Watch yourself. Hang on tight, Doctor.
What the devil? Now what?
We're losing power, sir. They've scored a direct hit on our engines.
The armory. Emergency communications. Get me Dr. Ram in the lab. I want you to activate the liquid ignite reactor.
General, you can't mean it. We haven't even begun testing it, sir.
Then consider this its first test. Connect the reactor to the space platform's power system and fire it up immediately.
But sir...
You heard what I said. Do it!
The Ignite reactor, I thought they'd try to turn it on.
Yeah?
Yes, and I'm afraid General Garcia's gonna be disappointed with the results. Without this rod, the reactor will start to overheat, and in exactly 20 minutes it'll commit proto-nuclear suicide.
It'll shut down? Oh!
More than that, it'll melt down.
Meltdown? Why didn't you say so? That doesn't give us a whole lot of time. Ah! Doctor!
The thing works. Well, then I shall definitely have to send flowers to Dr. Dornenstern's funeral.
This way, run!
That
reactor's overheating. If it blows, it'll take the whole space platform with it.
You heard him. Let's get out of here. Let's go! Let's go! Run! Head for the escape pods!
Clear out! The reactor's gonna blow any second!
All right, everybody! What do you think you're doing? Return to your positions at once, coward!
General, the reactor's out of control. We're going to have a meltdown. We have to get off while we have a chance.
Treason! One more word and I'll have you shot. That one's mine.
We've got to hurry! Go on! Over here! Guys, hurry up!
Lila?
I knew you'd come. Get down! Hang on!
Follow me, Lila.
Dietrich, hang on!
Come on, Lila, jump. You can make it.
Hurry! Come on!
I've got you, honey.
Dietrich! Pull yourself up, Dietrich!
I'm trying. It's no use. The arms are jammed.
Hang on, we'll think of something! Okay, try it now!
It's no use. I'm counting on you to save them now.
Dietrich! No, Father! Dietrich! No, Lori! Don't watch! Dietrich!
Lila! Lori!
Our guests are leaving? I think not. Our destinies are joined. We travel together all the way to hell! Now.
Think.